yes, I'm Danny at Dynodaze and I am going for a drive, which is what we like to do, isn't it, on Sundays? Should probably concentrate on where I'm driving to. Yes, so, what an emotional week. What an emotional week. Our loved and esteemed colleague Jason has moved on to bigger and better things. I'm sure you're all aware of that now. He's gone to work on trucks, so God bless him. I hope he stays safe, and I'm looking forward to catching up again with him at some point very soon. But yeah, that was emotional. He's been with us 3 years, and well, I think it affected me a little bit. But there you go. Back to me and Richard doing our thing, and I'm sure we'll be absolutely fine for a little bit. But if you've got a CV, fire it at us. Yeah, fire it at us. If you fancy working at Dynodaze, if you've got some skills to pay the bills, then give us a shout. Yeah, a bit emotional, and I really need this drive today. Really sort of chilling. I'm going to listen to some tunes. I'm going to give it a blast, the FN2. I've been in the diesel Colt all week, saving pennies, but I've sold it. I've sold my diesel Colt, so that's the end of those videos as well. It's gone to Richard's brother Keith, who's using it for work, and a great little workhorse that Mitsubishi Colt was. So keep your eye out. He's a painter, so I would not be surprised if that car comes back some sort of crazy colour over the next sort of couple of months. But yeah, there you go. So that's the end of the diesel Colt. Oh, there's loads of traffic. Why is there loads of traffic? I don't know. I don't know why there's loads of traffic, but I'd like a bit of a nice free road. That'd be good, I think, to go for a blast. I think I'll head out towards the Market Bosworth countryside. Drop some bombs. Yes, so week at work, I unboxed a load of hybrid racing stuff, and it took every fibre in my being to not just instantly bolt them onto my car. In fact, it was a good job I wasn't in my FN2 Civic this week, else that's what we'd have been doing. We'd have been bolting a load of stuff. I have, however, got a friend of mine who's got a YouTube channel called AB Express. Now, AB Express is a bloody northern bloke, and he's fitted the hybrid racing intake to his beautiful FN2 Civic that he's just started modifying. He's had a base run at Dynodaze to see what his power figures were beforehand, got away and fitted a hybrid racing cold air intake, and it looks amazing on his car. His video's in 2 parts, which I think is quite clever actually. The first part was him fitting it, and the second part was him going, "Oh, I love it," which is great. So check those videos out. I've shared one of them this morning on the YouTube channel, so hopefully you can find that. But do go and check him out, and I'd really appreciate the support you guys and this community could give him. So he's got about 32 subscribers, and we want to see 320 subscribers in the next month or so. So let's do that. Let's make sure. And do you know what? If you're bored, share his videos. Share them, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some support for him and keep pushing him. Much the same as I always give a shout out to Limitations, to Robster VTech. A big shout out this week, especially to FN2 Ops. Great guy. He posted a video this week of again a bit of an emotional video. He got scammed. He got scammed on Facebook, and he made a video of how not to get scammed and his experience and how it made him feel. Yeah, great view. Good watching that is. I enjoyed it, and I felt it with him. We've seen this happen on Facebook for years and years and years, haven't we? Scammers, especially when you post a wanted. So if you post a wanted post on Facebook or Twitter or something, it's the scammers find you. The scammers find you. Yeah, I want a spoiler. Yeah, I've got a spoiler, mate. Yeah, you've got to be careful, so careful. Always pay PayPal. And friends. So that's a good advice from FN2 Ops. And FN2 Ops, man, I love you so much. Thanks ever so much for what you've done for me this week. I know that you saw that I was a little bit emotional with Jason leaving, and your time and effort that you've put into our Jason's Best Bits video. I really appreciate it. Me and Rich had a right giggle in the office yesterday watching that, and hopefully Jason loves it, and it's a good little video. So again, everyone go and check out FN2 Ops YouTube channel. I met a YouTuber for the first time this week. I met Hood Stig, great chap, and really enthusiastic. And to be fair, him texting me saying I want to bring my car down for a dyno. I didn't even realise how good his YouTube channel is. He's dropping some names, and he's got loads of people in his videos, and I'm so humbled that he wanted to come and make a video at our place with his Audi. Yeah, what a nice guy, real nice guy. So hopefully I've made a friend there, and I can do a bit of a collaboration with him. I think that'll be lovely. But yeah, check his channel out. Wow, some amazing stuff on there, and the editing, well, one day I'll be as good as that, but right now I can't believe that someone who's got a YouTube channel like that would be interested in talking to me. So humbled, and respect to Hudstig. Yes, so moving forward, we've got lots of work to do next week and the week after, before we get a little break. FN2s to map. We've just had a chap call up from Scotland who wants his EP3 mapping, and I did suggest to him that there were good guys in his local, well, not local area, but certainly not a million miles away from him, like Performance Tech, that could do a great job mapping his EP3. But he was adamant that he'd seen the team, seen what we did, and he wanted to bring it to us, and that again is humbling. And the best thing about YouTube for small business like mine is, by the time someone picks up the phone to call us, they already know who we are, what we do. It's like they've been in the workshop. It's like they've been stood next to Rich whilst he's been doing his thing and working on the cars. It's like they've been sat in the car with us whilst we're going on our drives, and it's sort of already built up a confidence in the customer before he even picks up the phone and knows that he wants us to map his car. So that's great. From the CZTOC, the Mitsubishi Colt Owners Club on Facebook, still the best owners club, still the original owners club, the CZTOC. Couple of lads that have decided they want their cars mapping and they want them done on the same day, and we're obviously going to accommodate because they're good friends. So they're going head to head to see whose car makes the most power when we map them. That's going to be a great day. That's coming up. I'm in two minds whether to make two videos, because let's be honest, you guys know that we map what we map. So I think one video of these two guys' cars, I think that'd be great as well. I've always got a lot of paperwork to do, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of paperwork a bit later on today, but that's going to give me the opportunity to really do some Facebook marketing as well. So again, from a business point of view, if you see me on Facebook, do say hi, do say, hey Dan, I've got that on my car and I enjoy it as well. I'd really appreciate that. I always appreciate the comments in the videos, don't I, below, so do bang some comments below. Let us know what you're doing this Sunday. Let me know if you're hooning your Civic about. I will be hooning my Civic about when this traffic sorts itself out. It's Sunday, it's like 10 o'clock, so why is there all this traffic? I mean, I know our road systems near us are completely screwed at the moment. There is a video coming up of me and Richard on a road test moaning our heads off like grumpy old men. Again, check that out. But yeah, so I think that is, it's been an emotional week. I'm looking forward to moving forward. And pushing on with Dynodaze. Believe it or not, Jason leaving actually gives me a little bit of a breather to get back into the swing of my online sales and and stuff, and I'm really trying to organise the stock levels that we've got, which I've been finding difficult recently. Struggling to get certain parts, popular parts, but realising that even if I've got 10 sets of Powerflex rear beam bushes for an FN2 in stock and I don't sell them instantly, it doesn't matter because they will sell. So whilst it's a little investment, it doesn't matter because I've got them. I'd rather have them and not sell them than sell them and not have them, if that makes any sense. I had an absolute moron on eBay this week. Moron, absolute moron, speaking to me like crap because people on eBay think that you're a faceless business. I find the amount of people that do not read listings is becoming unbearable. If a listing states the part is for your car, you know what your car is. You know what car you've got, so if it's not in the list, it doesn't fit. I mean, this is the thing with eBay, isn't it? People don't want to speak to anybody. If you phone me up and you said, hey Danny, you've got an Ecutek front mat intercooler listed for a caddy van, will that fit my Astra VXR? The answer's obviously no. Obviously no, it doesn't fit, else it'd say it was for an Astra VXR. So don't buy it, don't complain that it doesn't fit, do not modify it and then expect to be sending it back. Do not try and fit it. There, that's my motor. That's realistically my motor over. That's the only negative thing that I've got to say this week, is that eBay is difficult. eBay's difficult, especially when you consider they're like the mafia anyway. eBay, they take 10% of everything you're going to do. So if you've only got 15% discount and you try to sell something and you've got 5% to ship it somewhere, and then somebody gives you a load of grief, realistically you're helping them, they're not helping you. But anyway, as they say, the customer's always right. Okay then. Klarna's going very well, guys. I know a lot of you reached out and said that you wanted the Klarna option on the website at the checkout. Well, I did that and that's going quite well. Something you smaller businesses that do follow us may not realise is that whilst it's interest free for the customer, somebody's got to pay something, else what would be the point in Klarna existing? That is basically around 7%. So it's slightly better than selling on eBay, but it means that people that, and the reason that we see Klarna getting used is when they're asking for advice about mapping like EP3s and stuff, we're like, well, if you had an inlet manifold, an exhaust manifold, an exhaust and intake, that would be the best gauge you're going to get on your map. And whilst they've got the money for the map, they might not necessarily have the money this week for their inlet manifold. So they're using Klarna interest free. Yeah, they're using Klarna interest free and they're getting the parts so they get the best out of their map. And we see that being used a lot now, so that's great. It's about, like I say, for you small business owners that are considering using Klarna, it's about 7%. And also bear in mind that you're not going to get any money from your order that you're going to dispatch for 2 weeks. Now, once it's been confirmed, you will get your money. So don't worry about losing your money, etc. You will get your money, but it takes about 2 weeks to get into your bank account, which is a little slow. But if you've already got the parts in stock, it's not a big deal. I've got about 10 Colt manifolds in stock. If one of those manifolds took 2 weeks to get paid, that's cool. So it's not a big deal. So do check that out. I'm just going to pop and get some fuel, and if I can think of anything else to say, I'll be back in a minute. Well, I just got some fuel, so I'm set. I've got a full tank of fuel, which is awesome. Also, and that reminds me, sorry, but this video is actually sponsored by Console Central in Hinckley, so check them out. Yes, so I'm going to enjoy this drive. I was thinking in the petrol station, what more have I got really to say to you guys? Just keep watching our YouTube videos. Really enjoying my brown Mitsubishi Colt coming together. Richard's done loads and loads and loads of that so far. We've got more to come, and it doesn't start yet. For those of you who are paying attention, it doesn't start yet. But yeah, so just seen a nice Honda CRZ, which reminds me, obviously, we've got a great channel that we're supporting. Great channel that we're supporting called Expression Culture. So go check out Gareth's page. He's doing really well. His subscribers are going through the roof because he's actually making some really good content, and I was so glad that I found his channel. I think I've watched every single video of his now, and he's been going for a little while, so do check that out. I've been asked by a customer and Gareth to look into the Honda CRZ mapping, which is on Flash Pro, and apparently some of them are Flash Pro compatible and some of them are K-Tuner. So Uncle Paul suggests that it's not as easy as mapping other vehicles, and it takes a little bit of time and effort, and obviously Uncle Paul's done a few of them, and he's the expert. He's the expert in those things. I'm sure he's going to support me as I move forward, try to capture that market and do a little bit of those, because I really like them cars, really like them, and I'm told they're not the quickest things in the world, but the chassis is really good and they do handle well. Me and Richard have, because Richard's lad Ashley, he had a Honda CRZ, and whilst it's a hybrid, it doesn't particularly return great miles per gallon like you would expect, and it's also not particularly fast. So it's like it's a novice of all trades. It's a strange little quirky car, and Paul says that the owners are a particular breed of people. Every owner I've met has been absolutely sound. So I'm yet to see any issues, but I take Paul's advice very seriously, and I know that it's not a straightforward task. So yes, King Tuner, thank you very much for your advice. I always appreciate that. You are the man. For those of you that follow these particular videos, you will know that I have missed a Sunday because of how ridiculously busy we were last week. I was doing a lot of catch up, and I really appreciate everyone that's wished my Uncle Clem well. Reminded me of my Uncle Clem there, because Paul's from Warrington, as is my Uncle Clem. He is doing a lot better. He's up and alert and waiting to go to Liverpool Hospital. So thank you from my heart to everybody who's wished him well. You know, some people were even calling the Dynodaze office and saying, hey man, you know, I just want to let you know that we're thinking about you and your Uncle Clem. So honestly, that's overwhelming, that support of that kind of care, to take time out of your day and check on my uncle that you don't know. Yeah, absolutely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. And fingers crossed he's going to be on the mend. So I hope he's on the mend. And it sort of brings you back down to earth, doesn't it, when people have got problems with cars and they're very upset about it, and they call Dynodaze for support, and we do our best to help them. Realistically, your troubles are car troubles, and they're not life troubles, and ultimately we've only got our health and our family and our loved ones, and I hope everybody feels and realises how lucky everybody is. I was saying this on a live chat the other day. How is it that in this day and age where we've got so much technology, how are there homeless people? How are there poor people? How are there hungry people? Where everybody watching this YouTube video has got the internet, or has got a phone, or a TV, or a roof over their head and a cup of tea in their hand. And we all have to remember how fortunate we are to just exist, And people slate this country, but this country is one of the safest places to be. We've got no volcanoes, we've got no famine, we've got no earthquakes. We haven't got buildings collapsing on a regular basis like in Miami. We're just so fortunate. We're just so fortunate. So when your ECU fails and you're upset, your phone Dynodaze, and you know that you've got to spend some money to get it fixed, remember that your ECU is a luxury, your car is a luxury, the Nike trainers on your feet are a luxury, and there are people out there that haven't got two sticks to rub together. So let's all take a moment on a Sunday. This isn't church, but let's actually be grateful for everything we've got. Look at me, I'm driving around willy-nilly, spending money on fuel and chilling out in my car that I love. You can't get more fortunate than that. You really can't. So if you haven't today thought to yourself how grateful you are, then think how grateful you are. I certainly am doing, whilst I go and kick this car's head in and listen to LTJ Bookham Logical Progression. Western, what a tune. That's what I will be doing. So yes, I'm going to leave you with that happy thought that we're all very fortunate, all very grateful. You know where I am if you need us. Give me a bell, drop me a message. Let's get your cars booked in. Richard's on song, so he's ready. Let's get some manifolds fitted, let's map some cars, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.
Before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast.